Hello everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. It is a new year, a new era, a very new era for me. I took a big break from YouTube, changed my name, changed my focus. If you're still here from before, welcome back. That's incredible. And if you're fully new here, welcome. Today I want to talk about a few things that I learned last year in my time off of the internet and how I want to apply that into my 2024. The first big lesson for me was coming to understand, not just mentally, but in my body, that I am my own source of stability. For me, this looked like a lot of attachment healing and figuring out how to not grasp for a sense of stability and safety and identity outside of myself in my relationships, how I'm doing financially, what my career is looking like, what my followers are doing or my views are doing. I spent a lot of time in therapy doing reparenting work, learning how to connect to my own inner mother and inner father and how to be a good parent to myself. I learned how to sit with the discomfort, that feeling in the bottom of my stomach, that pit that felt like this insatiable void of just this bottomless, empty feeling, like the ground was just ripped out from underneath me and I couldn't grasp any sense of security anywhere around me. And through some really difficult experiences, I was faced over and over, completely alone with no one else to turn to other than myself, to find that sense of peace that I was looking for. There's no bite-sized piece of knowledge or wisdom that I can give you to help you learn how to do this. For me, it took a lot of therapy, but I've come to understand that that stability within the self, that unshakable peace, is the foundation for a happy, healthy life without fear about who's gonna come in and come out and what I might lose, what I might have to grieve, that I can make peace with the ever-changing nature of life itself without completely losing myself in a state of worry and anxiety, continuing to ground into that belief that I am my own sense of stability. And when I say I mean that it's within myself, but there is a deeply spiritual aspect of that for me, grounding into something greater than myself, something spiritual outside of this physical dimension that is always with me and always comforting me and holding me and guiding me, and that I have that at all times. The second thing that I learned last year is a refinement of my focus through saying no. This has been a massive lesson for me for my whole life. It feels like I am a giant people pleaser. I want to say yes to everybody. I have a lot of FOMO. I want to do everything. But I've learned that I have a very limited capacity for what I can do in a day. I desire a life that's slow, and I desire to be able to rest and play and have fun as well as work and build my career. And so I have to be really careful about what I say yes to, and saying no is one of the most powerful tools to curate a life that I really love. It's like I have this dinner plate with only so much room on it, and I'm going down the buffet, and if I take every single thing I see, then my plate's gonna fill up before I get to the really good stuff. So I want to curate the most delicious plate of all my favorite foods so I can enjoy a meal that's everything that I really love. The third difficult lesson I had to learn last year was about sustainable growth. I'm someone who struggles with really fluctuating energy levels. I've been diagnosed with bipolar 2, so I go through these hypomanic episodes and these depressive episodes, and there's moments where I have so much energy and inspiration and ideas and I want to go so hard. And then when my energy changes, it becomes completely unsustainable. So a lot of my life I've ridden these peaks and these valleys, and I do have pretty strong willpower to push through even when I don't feel like it. From 2021 to 2022, I was making a lot of content and I really burnt myself out. And then I went through some really difficult things in my personal life and I just wasn't able to maintain the workload that I had. And so I completely crashed and burned out. And though I'm really grateful for all the time that I took to rest and heal last year, I want to go into this year with a more sustainable workflow so I can actually continue to show up the same every day with consistency despite my changing energy levels. I really do believe that we can go way farther with a tiny step every single day than we can with huge steps and then huge breaks. So those are some of the lessons I learned last year, which have become intentions for this year. I would love to hear some of yours as well, so feel free to put that in the comments below. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Peace and blessings.